What is up? This is Crow 1176. How's everybody doing? So, I'm just going to give you an update. All right. Give you an update to the madness that occurred yesterday, right? With Kenneth Bird. Like always, craziness of blaming others um, for his stupidity. I think that's that's the best I could describe this situation. Um, so I spoke with Mary last night. You guys saw it on the live, yeah, because he started threatening, that I sent some emails to the Children's Youth Center, and he was making threats to not only myself but other people in their facility. So today they had a talk with him and decided to let him go. It was in positive for the youth center. It's understandable, and it he shouldn't be doing that. I mean, it's against any type of regulation and any job to go in and threaten people while working, even though he was using them for promoting his uh, promoting his rear projection screen paint mix that he created 10 years ago, and he's on a loop where he keeps repeating, but because he doesn't have the space in his apartment, uh, he found this youth center and took advantage of them. By taking advantage of them, when I was talking to Mary last night, I don't know if you guys caught it, but um, she was telling me, she was asking me a lot of questions. How long does it take to actually paint a projection screen? Um, I told her the time, 10 to 15 minutes. Um, how long does it take to paint, you know, the glass if we want to go with the rear projection screen and all that stuff, right? And I told her that 2 hours and stuff like that. So that's what happened. And oh, damn. Hey, hey, everybody. Mike's in the house. Whoa. How you
Hello.
doing, bud? That's a surprise. Awesome, man. I
How,
usually leave everything open here, guys, to people, friends, close friends to come in and join me and stuff. And wow, let's just get into this, dude. Hey, we missed you, man. I missed you, brother.
hey,
I missed your lives, man. I got to go to work like in 20, 25 minutes. So, what did you think about yesterday? Your input, man. What did you think about yesterday? You saw it, right?
yeah, I did. Yeah, I was in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you for coming,
But
man.
uh, I didn't even know what was going on because I haven't been watching any of this stuff. So I,
Yeah.
I got the notification that you were live,
Okay.
but I had no idea that what was made or anything like that until later.
Uh huh.
Afterwards, I went and checked it out, but I had no idea any of this was going on. I've been kind of doing my thing and
Yeah.
been
Positive.
doing good and feeling good and uh,
Nice.
working some overtime and hanging out with the kids and doing everything that I said I was going to do. Uh,
Awesome.
so where you haven't really been live or I'll see the shorts,
Mm,
but I got the notification that you were live, and then that's when I learned about what was going on. And as I was watching it, I just kind of haven't seen the videos before where he gets to a certain point where he starts threatening with violence and doing
Yes.
other things. It's
Yes.
it's usually a tipping point for him. Seems to be like a tipping point. And then usually, the difference here is that he was, doing this in a place where he was supposed to be volunteering.
I was just saying that. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that's kind of different, and I would imagine that if he's making videos and showing her personal number on the window and stuff like that, and making videos, like lots of videos promoting himself and doing these demonstrations and not really delivering on the things that he was promising.
No.
And on top of that, making videos where you're threatening people and things like that, and talking about people's families in the facility. It doesn't look good for them. It kind of takes away from their mission of helping people and being a service to people. And,
Yeah.
and really, the reason why he was supposed to be there was to be of service, but that got turned around into uh, self promotion, self serving.
Yeah. Self-serving. Yeah.
So
And today he said he got back to that smoke lounge or whatever, and that because of everything that's happening right now, that he has contracts and he's going to be a millionaire and all that. The same thing.
yeah, he's
Uh,
had
he,
contracts all year long, and
yeah, since January.
ever
Yeah,
since he's been in the new place, it's every month it's a new contract. It's a big thing, and he'll go into the talking points of these people are major league people. They're going to be able to
uh,
promote my product. I'm going worldwide. I'm going to be going to shows. I'm going to be having storefronts. This is a wash, rinse, and repeat cycle
yeah.
that seems to be, this is like normal behavior. So when I was waiting for the response pretty much today, and when I seen that
I
he
think
had,
everybody was. I think
yeah,
everybody was because I mean,
it,
she was
it
not going to let him stay there, dude. She wasn't going to let him stay there. That poor lady, man.
she seemed like a nice lady to me based on what I saw in the live chat, and you know, and we talked afterwards. I just wanted to check on you and stuff like that. But at first I wasn't sure that it was a good idea because you never know what you're getting into.
Yeah,
But when it gets to the point where it's you're threatening family stuff, at some point you have to respond.
yeah,
Sometimes people that you have conflict with, they'll push you into a corner where you have no choice but to respond eventually.
yeah,
And for all the accusations that always get put on you in terms of emailing and calling people, all this responsibility gets put on you. That you actually said, you know what, screw it. I'll call and talk to the person live so everybody can see me do it.
yeah.
And you weren't disrespectful, you weren't rude, you weren't confrontational. You handled yourself like a professional and got your point across,
Thank
because I
you.
think that the last thing that they want to do as a facility that is there for young people and to help young people and be of service to their community is that they don't need somebody in there who's bringing in their emotions, no matter how big, on YouTube, off YouTube, and making threats to people live from their facility. It diminishes their good work that they're doing for their community.
And it just shows the type of person he really is because he just made a video, maybe I don't know, a couple of minutes ago, hour, I could probably say,
Mhm.
and again, the narrative just changing. He's like, I have bigger things to do, so I'm not going back to the facility. Say the truth. You got fired. You got let go. They told you don't come back.
Yeah.
You're not a positive person. They
Well,
saw your videos and they just said, dude,
think
whatever
about,
happened, you know?
I work for a big corporation. You work for
Yeah.
a big corporate. A lot of these places. If I was to do the same thing, make a video from the parking lot, so to speak, on live on YouTube. and I started threatening somebody that I have conflict. I mean, physical threatening, bringing their family, their kids, all that stuff into it. They would have a zero tolerance policy for that kind of.
Everybody does.
You know what I mean? That's pretty much standard operating procedure. So that it's not unreasonable to think that if they found out that he was doing those types of things on their property, that they would disassociate themselves from that. That's sort of a that would be a more of a professional type of way of handling it.
Yeah.
Um, but what was more interesting to me when I was watching the live stream was it seemed to be that she was unaware of a lot of things.
A lot of things.
Like, just in terms of, I don't know what the ultimate goal was with him being there. And I think it's great if he went in there with the intentions to help the place and provide a couple of screens or whatever, then kudos for that. I appreciate that. But that seemed not to be the case because he has been there for
He was using it like he was back in the blue house, just making little sample sheets, just this, testing it on different areas.
right.
Like, dude, your thing works. Make the freaking screen, paint the wall, put your projector, leave it there,
And
and move on.
make the screen for the kids, do what you said you were going to do and be of
Yeah.
service. It doesn't, anybody who wants to be of service to others in that way, I applaud them. But it seemed to be that she was kind of unaware based on just watching the conversation that
On
you
the
had,
time frame,
of why things seemed not to be
moving
progressing.
along. Yeah.
I mean, like, if you're doing any kind of screen, whether you're painting or you're just buying one and putting a frame together and hanging it up, or you're using other materials, for your own use or whatever it is that you're doing, there's lots of ways to approach it. Uh, it certainly isn't going to take months and months and months of you messing around to
No.
get it done. A lot of it's the prep work, and then you get in, you get through it, you hang it up, you build it, whatever it is that you're going to do for your screen, and then you're done. You move on. So I don't know how many screens were supposed to be made or whatever. It's none of my business. I don't
Because
know.
look, uh, supposedly he was gonna donate
Hmm.
all that stuff.
Great.
So by donating, he promised to donate some projectors, which he doesn't have,
Right.
right? So to do that, you need money.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy wasn't getting any, even though he promoted his stuff, nobody was touching him with a 10-foot pole. If he made a sale here and there, it's not enough to buy three projectors that will cost you $300 each, right?
Right.
And plus all the material he needs to paint, to get the paint or whatever, the 5 gallons. It's still like almost $200 for the 5 gallon jug. So still, I mean, did he deserve it? People were asking me, "Hey, man, what do you think, man?" Like after watching his respond of lying again and saying he's gonna take you to court, he's gonna take Danny to court. Which Danny's been quiet. He's probably in his pool right now, dude.
I'll
Matthew.
say that I texted Danny
Mhm.
and just checked in with him briefly, like, maybe 4 or 5 days ago, and
Okay.
he's just really busy. He's been
Yeah.
doing doing orders, and then they've been putting in the pool, and
Yeah.
he's also taking time to spend extra time with his family as well. So
Same.
and you've done the same.
Yeah.
That I've been doing. So
Yeah.
I've
There's
been
more in life than YouTube, brother. There's more in life than this back and forth. When we were in COVID, okay, when we were in COVID, okay, we're at home.
Mhm.
We can't go out. We're trying to keep safe. Yeah, we
Right.
got the time to go back and forth. But now that our lives are getting back together and we're moving on, he's still in that same spot, like just talking his crap. He's
It-
never going to change.
Man, it's just
And you know what?
it's not a good cycle to
Yeah,
keep.
but that's on him.
Yeah.
And you know what? I could give him this piece of advice. Stop. If you don't want the naysayers, if you don't want the haters, because he said it, everything that happens to me goes back to Crow because he was the ringleader of all this, right? Well, if you don't want people to come at you, to stop promoting and stop giving away the spots that you're in. Don't promote the name of it. Don't promote the street that you're in. Just do the job off camera, and then take some some videos after the fact that you do. But you going there when it's not even finished and saying, "Well, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that." Well, it's not helping your cause, dude. It's nothing. I went to the Calvary chapels, did my jobs. I showed when I was working, when
Mhm.
I put the screens, and then I left. And the videos are there, proof that I did that. You got no proof of it. You got proof that you got fired for being an asshole,
I mean, if you
for threatening people.
look, you know, there. I mean, there's probably 150 videos from that facility. You know,
Yeah.
since he's been there, and
If I
like I
was
said,
Mary, I would tell him, "Hey, take him down."
I
If I
don't
was
know.
her,
You know, I feel bad if they were being taken for a walk. So
they were. They were. They
I
were.
because it seems to me like the facility, they're trying to do good work for the people that they live around, and that's to be applauded because when it comes to young people, I really think they need extra attention these days.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna make this screen and you're gonna donate your popcorn machine and you're gonna do all these things, then you should probably go ahead and do that and not use the place as an experimental because it goes beyond that. Because I've seen in the past before I kind of left YouTube in that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like walking around. He's got the keys, and this place is mine, and this office is going to be mine, and I'm going to operate out of here, and this and that, and then everything. It's like
Yeah.
you're just volunteering. You're not working there. You're not an employee.
No.
Uh, place is in its off season right now, and you went in there to offer services to do a couple of screens or maybe three or four. I don't know how many, but you know, it doesn't take 6 months. You know what I
No.
mean? To
And
to
it probably goes back and bites the sister in the ass for getting him these type of places. You get what I'm saying? It makes her look bad.
well, that's a shame. That's a
You know
shame.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because all of us can be wrong,
Right.
and that's what happened. I mean, he's trying to sell it like, I got no future there. I'm moving on. No, it's not that you got no future, brother.
Well,
You were let go.
I've seen a lot of videos in this cycle, right?
Yeah,
Where things don't go his way, and then it's big changes are coming, new changes for the company, big
yeah,
contracts. My last message to the haters, my last message to Crows 1176. I mean, over the past year and a half, 2 years that I've had been involved in this, I've seen that cycle over and over and over
yeah,
again. So what he was doing earlier today is just it's just par for the course. This is
yeah,
typical reaction, typical behavior when something like this happens. So it's kind of like a recovery video in a way. Oh yeah, I'm not going to go
and,
there anymore.
and for
Hey,
a grown ass man,
I'm going after you guys, and I'm going to sue
yeah,
you. I'm going to do this, and oh, by the way, I got big contracts coming. People are going to take over. They're going to handle. All I got to do is do this, that, and the other,
take
and
the
I'm
loss, man, take the
going after
loss.
screen innovations and all this
Yeah,
stuff. It's just I've heard it all before, but
yeah,
you never see anything happen. So that and
yeah,
that was part of the reason too. Was it's just really easy to walk away from it because I
yeah,
know
yeah, exactly.
there's only there's nothing else to say about it.
No,
My opinions about it are not going to change. I said what I needed to say. I've
yeah,
had people reach out to me in comments and emails and stuff and say, hey man, I like that video or this or that. So from my perspective, it was kind of like mission accomplished. And knowing that his reach and his actual um, potential to harm a certain amount of people with a product
yeah,
that doesn't work, in my opinion, a product that does not work was going to be pretty minuscule, pretty minimal. But
mhm,
I'm glad that if his intentions were good at the start, they obviously didn't continue to be that way. And making those videos in that facility, those types of videos where you're threatening people and things like that, that's not good for the facility. It wasn't good for that
Yeah.
lady. And you
I,
know,
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I am happy in the way that if my phone call caused him to lose that sight, I'm I'm gonna sleep good at night. I don't feel bad for it because the big changes video that he put for 36 minutes,
mhm,
36 minutes, he went around in a circle and said the same thing over and over and over, talking
right.
about you, talking about us, talking about everybody, and then saying you guys are cowards hiding behind a camera.
Mm.
What are you doing right now? You get what I'm saying? And you're right. You're right. I look at him and I'm like, okay, I just wanted to see the outcome of what I did to you. I did. Not the email that I never sent to you. I gave face. I recorded myself calling Mary. So you could see that I'm doing it, not behind the camera or anything like that. I'm doing it in front of a camera and showing you that I wasn't the one causing you problems. But now, when I went after you by calling her and telling her to be aware of what your behavior is, then yeah, you could say that was me. But the other stuff that he's been going through and all that shit, no, man, I haven't done nothing. And like you said, it was easy for me to stop making videos of him, and I have. I just give options to people: get up, plastic dip, do this, do that. But that's it. I mean, like you said, it's been great for me to get away from this. But
Right. Well,
again,
when it starts, you start bringing in the kids,
the
the
wife, yeah,
spouse, and everything like that. There's only so much of that that you can before you have to respond. And
yeah,
unfortunately, I think nowadays you kind of almost have to take those types of threats, like they're a certainty, like they're going to happen
yeah,
because things are so charged out there in the world today, and people are so on edge that they're very quick to jump to a violent state of mind. It's
yeah.
not. It's a very weird time that we're living in. So, uh, it, at the end of the day, I think if you felt like you did what you had to do to protect your family, the people that are counting on you to protect them and provide for them, then you did the right thing. And you
Mhm.
weren't mean, and you weren't confrontational. You didn't mistreat her. You didn't lie to her.
Yeah.
You acted like a professional, and in that situation. And from what I can gather, you know, I just hope that they can continue to do the good work that they are trying
Yeah.
to do in their community.
And we talked about this before we go. We talked about this like if she needs help or whatever, my help or whatever, I'll help her with. No, I will reach out to her later on, like you told me, just later on. But I want to make it known that yeah, I will help her if she needs
You know,
something. You
if
know.
that's what they're needing, I mean, I honestly, I'm just catching up to some of this stuff. But if they need a couple of screens or whatever,
No, no, I know, no. Like we talked about this, but I'm just saying, like we said yesterday, I'm announcing, like, yeah, like because she sounded like you think you could do it and this and that when she was asking me on the phone. I'm like, what? Yeah, that's like you just have to put 4 nails or 5 or 6 nails and stretch the freaking screen, have a projector, and your kids will be fine. Turn off the lights, have some lights in the corners, you'll be fine. This guy just tries to oversell things that you have to be in the sun, but it's stop, stop. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm not. I'm not sad for him or anything like that because he's like a light switch. He moves on, like, and with his lies, thinking about it. That's why I tell people, don't feel bad for this guy because he doesn't care about anybody else but himself. Doesn't care about anybody else because to finish this off, he said it at the end of the video. Whatever money I get, I will put all that money to come after all of you. Who thinks like that? Instead of saying, I'm going to take a long vacation, go to Tahiti, go to Japan, go, wherever, right? Oh no, I will put every
I,
single dime to go
I,
after you guys.
I mean, I've been told, and I know that he's brought me up several times with this, that, and the other. It
Yeah,
doesn't bother me. I'm fine.
yeah,
Um, things have been good for me since I've taken a step back, and
yeah.
I'm enjoying regular, just being a regular person. And I still watch YouTube, and I
Awesome,
things that,
awesome. Yeah,
I got things that I watch, gaming stuff, speed runs, and other
yeah.
things. But I mean, spending extra time with the kids. I got a buddy at work that's very involved in the church that he goes to, and I've been having good conversations with him, and I've been doing a lot of that personal work that I'm still working on, and
Yeah, that everybody needs. That everybody needs.
I've been feeling a lot better, and Kenneth Bird is not going to worry me. I just worry about the people from the facility that they're trying to do good and be of service to people, and
Uh-huh.
it sounded like he was just very confused about what he was doing and why it was taking so long. So I would hate to think that she was being taken advantage of, so that he can walk around in the place and say, "This is going to be my office, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to donate this and that," and then you don't see anything happening.
Anything
Uh,
happening?
It's just like, man, if you're going to say you're going to do stuff for kids, then you probably should follow through with it and do it, man. It's not good to say you're going to do those and then don't deliver. It's
And then the way that he sounded, because on one of the videos he's recording, and I think she comes up and asks him, "Hey, she was talking in the background, and he stopped her and he goes, wait, 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 wait. I'm live right now. Do you mind your voice being recorded? Yes or no?" Like, with an attitude. So she's like,
oh,
"No, I don't want my voice to be recorded." But he already recorded it.
oh, I
You
don't
know what
know.
I'm saying?
I didn't
Yeah,
see that. I just
yeah, 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 yeah. And
yeah.
then he's like, "Okay, well, I gotta go. I guess I gotta go, guys. I gotta take care of some stuff, but like that." And she was standing, and you could still hear her talk like, "What do you mean like that?" And then he stopped it.
Oh,
But
okay.
he was rude to her. He was kind of rude, like, "Hey, hey, 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 I'm doing my thing here." Like, dude, first of all, you're not a paid employee there.
Yeah.
She could kick you out anytime she wants, idiot. But that's the way that happened, and probably she put everything two and two together, and she says, "You know what? This is not good, and we got to get rid of him." And they had a talk with him. Probably it was a peaceful talk because he doesn't want to sound like he's salty or triggered, but he
Right.
does kind of sound like, "Oh, I'm not triggered." All right, whatever, dude. When somebody says I'm not triggered, it means that they're triggered. But hey, he kept his composure, and you know what? Move on. Let's see if it's true that his world of color is going to come through and all that stuff. I mean,
If
cool.
it if it does, great. Listen, the way I look at it is, I'm not trying. I would never. I'm not, even when I was making this. Not trying to stop him from doing it. It's just you got to be honest about what it is and what it does, and you're
Yeah.
not willing to do that. So when people get they feel like they've been hoodwinked, on a product that costs several $100s, they're likely to be upset. It's likely going to have some kind of impact long term, the longer that you keep doing something like that. And
Yeah.
that's exactly how the community got started anyway, is that you had several people that saw this stuff going on, and several people that went through what this thing of buying the product and painting their screen and then having it not perform, and then can't get their money back because PayPal don't care. They see a video, they don't care, and they've been taken advantage of. And but he can do whatever he wants. I just think that carrying that type of anger and that type of negativity, when clearly people that you've had conflict, they've all kind of moved on and they're just trying to do their own thing. It's a YouTube squabble at the end of the day. It's
Yeah.
not stopping you from selling. It's not stopping Danny from selling. It's not
No.
stopping Ken from selling. It's not stopping me from doing what I'm doing in my setup, or somebody else doing what they're doing in their setup. uh, it's at this point in the game, it's not worth it to carry, not for him, not just to carry this around. You carry around that
Yeah.
anger, it weighs on you and it has an effect on how you see the world and how you interact with people. And it does have an effect on your, spiritual and mental and physical well-being. I would like to see him take better care of himself and get right and be happy along with everybody else out here, to live life and be happy
Mm,
and do the right thing. Be a good person. It pays off. You'll feel better. You'll be better. And that's what we all should be trying to do day in and day out. Be a little
yeah.
bit better today than I was yesterday. And I'm going to try to be a little bit better tomorrow than I was today. And that's all. And I can do,
Amen. Yeah.
do that if I've got a connection and I'm talking to him. And that's the way I look at it. So
Yeah.
I'm not angry or bitter. He can say and do whatever he thinks he wants to do to me. It's not affecting me one bit, brother. I'm
Same.
happy.
Same. Same.
I'm
Same
happy.
thing. Same thing. That's why we have rights in the beautiful United States, and we haven't broken that. We know we haven't broken any rules on anything. He could do whatever he wants. He could talk whatever he wants. The thing is that he's gonna be going through that circle of him being let go, and you gotta think and stop for a minute and say, you know what, I gotta change my tactics and
Yep.
not do everything on YouTube, because his life is YouTube. And if he stops it like we have stopped it and just post some positive things here and there, but don't post your stupid, and I get it that he says, oh, I don't care about the subs, I don't care about the likes. I just use this platform to promote my stuff.
Mhm,
There's other platforms that you could promote your stuff
mhm,
without people knowing you as a scammer, and they won't come after you, you
mhm.
know? And you could continue doing what you want, but you burned the bridges on YouTube already, dude.
Yeah.
So whatever you do from now on YouTube, people are gonna come after you, not me. Yesterday I did come after you because you're threatening my wife and kids, and I'm done with that. But
Right.
that's a piece of advice I give you: stop using YouTube as promoting the spots that you're in. I mean, that's the best I could do. Other than that, blessings and stuff, I'm just gonna keep them to myself for now, because
Right.
I know that the person he is, he doesn't deserve my blessings, and that's all I can say, man. And
Yeah.
hopefully people understand this. But I didn't mean to do that, but thank God that the lady opened her eyes and said, you know what, you gotta go, and what's done is done. He's still
So
gonna move on.
were you saying, did she call you back again, or did you talk to her again afterwards, or?
No, because yesterday she said I'm gonna have a good talk, but
Oh,
I'm pretty sure she said I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have to let him go.
well,
And I was like, that's when I
I
said, you don't
hope
have to.
I hope she's
You
all
know,
right. I hope they're fine and they're doing good and
yeah,
continue.
I'll text her if anything. I'll text her and then I'll let you know anything. I'll text her, and I'll
Sure.
let you know if anything.
You
And I'll
know,
say, hey,
anything to help them out, let me know. I'll be
yeah,
more than to
all right.
yeah, no problem.
Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Silent Man. Miss you, man. Love you, man. Freaking
I
missed you a lot. And
just change starts with
yeah,
yourself first, right? And
yeah,
if you can, be inspiration and be some kind of positive inspiration for somebody close to you. Somebody can always use the kind word. Somebody can always use a helping hand, and positivity and love and compassion, understanding. That's where we should be at here,
yeah,
and right.
yeah.
So that's
Amen.
that's where we're all at, and thank you for giving me a shout to come on here
Yeah,
and
thank you for coming in, man. That's awesome. But
and
yeah, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I gotta go to work too, and say hi to the family. Everybody, say hi to your family for me. Stay positive. Blessings to everybody.
yes,
This is Crow and Mike.
thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Well, hopefully we'll be back in something positive and talk about some other stuff that we're
Sure,
planning to do. All
sure.
right.
Okay.
Well, hey guys, stay good. All right. Peace, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you, Silent. Thank you so much, brother. See ya. Bye.